Getting hot, right? I was young for Ghana for I'm what to say. Oba de ni nka obiara ho. Obi ni mechie obiara ne mo support mechie am wo time bra. Na ye ni nkomo. Eja ene Saturday Saturday wo na ya bra na ye ni nkomo. Abusuafo na yekosen wo Ghana ho. Ayekosen. Oba de ni nka obiara ho. Wo time na waba na ye di nkomo.
The colonial master was very clever in a devilish way. They gave the Africans the crown.
Maybe I
but
could see
remained
a
the
full
jewels
surprise.
of the crown.
Take this one out. It's this. Oh.
So that in many ways you have African governments where you have black faces as heads of state. But the industries are still controlled from elsewhere. That is the nature of the colonial. But in my own view, we cannot, as Africans, keep on lamenting, because the problem with us Africans also is that we are prisoners of sorrows and lamentation. So we say, oh, God, let's not allow God to enter into these things which we can do ourselves. God is very busy with very serious issues upstairs. He has given us minds and hearts, and we had better use them, because the divine instruction is to go and subdue the world. On our part, we have allowed the world to subdue us. Then we are complaining, God, and Pastor, you are here. There are certain things that can only be solved by hard work and logic, and yet we think they can be solved by prayer and fasting. That will not happen. So my own view is we must begin to do things for ourselves. If the land needs to be worked, we must work the land. And we cannot continue to work the land the way Abraham used to work the land with the plows. We've got to mechanize. If, as people say, if Africa did not benefit from the fourth industrial revolution, we must benefit from the fourth industrial revolution. And in these matters, these very serious matters, nobody invites you. You invite yourself to the dinner table. And you get crushed at the dinner table. So that you are noticed. Right now, many Africans, and I say this because people are on top of the dinner table eating Ceylon steak and caviar, and we are under the table fighting over crumbs. This is what is happening. When you see black on black violence, it is essentially, what are we fighting for? Crumbs. Crumbs. The real meal is on the table. That is where we should be. That is where the good. But you see the problem, when you are under the table, you cannot see what is on the table. You only see the bottom of the table. And therefore, the only thing you can see are the crumbs that have dropped. And I'm suggesting to us, particularly you in the political class, deliberate efforts must be made. I know that in many African countries, we suffered from certain historical advantages by dint of skewed systems of governance, particularly in the economic arena. Here in South Africa, you know that, and even the white people know and appreciate that going forward, it is completely untenable that a small population should have the majority of the land. They know. How then do you do it? Is it for a foreigner to come here and prescribe the solution? No, that would be arrogance. But it's for a foreigner to begin to persuade those who are in the eye of the storm that the sooner you are able to relinquish some of this land in an orderly and in a programmatic manner so that you do not disrupt commerce, the safer you are. Because let me tell you, a hungry and a poor man has no morals to tie him down. He cannot be asked to be orderly. Poverty makes him disorderly. Poverty makes him angry, and anger has no logic. Anger doesn't know what is on its path. If I've not eaten for 10 days and I see you holding cake and ale on 2 hands, oh, I will take them. I will take them even if it includes cutting your hand. I will take them. So in order to ensure that your hands are safe, you must invite me and say, there is cake here. Let us begin to share. But when one is hungry for a long time, you also don't give him a very large dose of food very quickly. You begin slowly, and you educate him. And I believe that that is what we must do in order to solve our problems. We were told by Ray Piri, look, listen, and desire. Let us look, let us listen, and desire to do the right thing for the general good.
I was in for Michelle Ubia, Wabasubia, Michelle, Daddy Joe, Michelle, Abraham, Michelle. I was in for Michelle Ubia, or fully Thomas, you fully mean about Michelle, a fearful or surprise, Michelle. I was in for Waba and like in our share, no one will be a day, Abasubi, so what you say. You didn't come. I will before ye hear say you educate yourself. So what you say, and ye free, if we are no, Emma free. As on Dueno, Emma free. Yanya Obibini, Otuha, who say, Yanya, wa ne Obama or life, no, ayo, Omoto, and now baby. Wa life, need us about decision making. O make a decision, you have to go for it. And ye maybe never yama, and ye used to be never yama, do, o make a decision. Now, Jidi say, yes, to be yama wa. Now, believe we say yes, to be yama, until I dare not why when yano, o pass away yano, yes, until be ya. Once I will believe in Kwan, dear, Sabeka. But in ye yes, no, and a yama, a yawa, a wishing for, a yawa, and 2 years to free a sin chain, we yammy sin chain. Now believe we say I deal when I'm pay. Now what journey, right? Russia man no subconscious no I believe what wana obibini ubetmaye a drew breast you make a decision. Now you go for it. Na ye just ye want to nyamibi so no. Say ye African traditional ye nanamu nyami no. Say ye your friend is saying yes no so ye allow obibini ni nyina no ye kreti nipa ne kreti ye sabri aduru bra eso wiki na hu ni say ade bia no eye wa na we enyinyame bi na ye ma se nyame na ye bibi ma ye ya se ye nanamo enyame ahonhom no eye powerful a e wo ho questions bibire ayesi bisa so what you see question bibire wo ho esi bisa ena hu se nyame bi na ye ama wo se nyame na ye ama wo na nyame atena ho menwi akosua o ho te sei nyame betena ho se what you see Emma obi tumu sisiu up to now da so sisiu now o sore no afre nyame nyame na ya man eye nipa adwene no so what I say ewiase ne yakoso nyina ya adwene no yuji kwadwo ho te se menwa ba ma ewiase no se ne ewiase ikoso nyina no eye efri nipa adwene mu na ye betima ye better than ye wo mu sese before enti no na ni nyina no so no begina ye before so ewiase beju ni nyina ye ya na osagefo bi aba savior bi aba a wabeka wabehu the problem ade the key ebetimu obabehu ene punu ni nyina ebetimi ye betimi abie ama ye ho adwoyen ensoso dipa ayiye ni se ye mpese ye beye ena ye kisi nkrofo as before aduru bra as ye make decision ye go for it aduru bra Saturday the parliament na omusi ye no efiri soro ase bebre na ekọ na yaketwa na akọkọ soro ho no omo soro ho no omo na enjoy dodo na ewa ase ni nyina ebere no aduru bless system ne den etwam ene na ewo mu sese no say only few people na enjoy. Adru bra leader be ho edie ni leader bedie no ordinary person so nya bedie. Odi ni saa ti so wo tie brochire ha ya ni ya obedie ni abenom. Ene wonya kwadwofo ba bi kakra decent place bi a obeda no emo. So what you say unya ne dodo a is okay because idea but ehia kese ni ehia ni so obenya oba bi kakra decent place nipa obeda. So hu adru bra ese Africa ho no yesu yetumu yesa na dia na betima me yesa ade betima me yesa say ye beye one Kwasi Broni adwene 20 years ahead 100 years ahead obibini adwene enenkoa menua samwa bi ho tisen enenkoa ni ebeboa ne nenkoa dase he doesn't care echina enchiri meba enti no ye bi before na brofo bi times ma omo anaso omo o tell say my days are numbered enu ntinu yen system na ye de to ho no president betino so onim say ni days no santi no obeye ne yeso wo ye o make rubbish decision bia no waje no wodeko ene ye de to ho ye bisa questions why say Kwasi Broni ye we ni ntimo ye Kwasi Broni ye we ni ntimo ye abibefo ni nyina ye sanctions o mo de atoto ye so what you say sanctions a o mo de atoto ye so na ni nyina no so no ade a ye betimu ki ye betimu de abie ama ye ho ato ye ne say ye beye one Africans the beye one the whole Africans beye one sa divide no mo be divide no border no mo de abetoto ho no ye be ye free ho na Africans aye one sa Africans the whole Africa to be one ye de ye ho dwa ye hia Kwasi Broni papers before idea na esi idea leaders yi a omo si omo ye clever for no a omo di ye ni no idea no esi omo kwan tie sa de we ne ye omo den omo ntimunye na obibini timu tena ho na ye de krokitoa bi na ono no soligina na ye de sanctions yakoto sa kuro ne so na kuro mu nipa na ebre na obibini ada yen ada idea no ye to ho na ye didida na ye hwe omo idea ntira Kwasi Broni nya sa idea no Kwasi Broni onye sa Adenti na obibini tumu ho to no didie na ni nwia ho kire no no wo hwe no why abra ye woki na ye betima bie epono akwatira ma obi ho ato no why because etwa Kwasi say ye slave house slave omu leaders ni nyina ye house slave omunim kan so omumye sa mra bi ya frɛ edie mra bebre ya omodi atoto ho the law of intellectual property so edie Broni ayeka ni nyina so for Africa for adwumo so omo ajefa wo ntumo nya bi wo be ya bia gise ono ne be ya ma wo ye bia enye yie enu ntino ontimu nya bi nti omo be ya beto amaida Apostle Joseph yotu enye China fo ana ise no mo meje omo abo omo kakra anka Apostle Joseph ntumu nya ka na wo ye wo no because Europe ni Kwasi Broni mpene ma ne nye pass bi wo ho a ono ntumu nya se wo da efiri omo ho ti China fo ne bo no eni Japan fo anka ntumu nya because ye wo law of intellectual property entinu ntumu nya say uhwe ade avocado farmer avocado ye wa avocado farm big avocado farm the world wo Kenya hono ho ne onu Kwasi Broni ne onu because beka chos wo mama onu amento enti so sa mre we nyina no senka ye nyina no ye wana the whole African ye wana anka Kwasi Broni into a who cares because ye beto ama ye ho ye hia Kwasi Broni papers obeba before go do ama 3% wo mama anye ne saa mento entu de be ma no wafa ne free saa sisi we nyina ade ntina ye wo na ye mpanyimfo no to hwe eturu kan na wo kan na du tem bia na sudi omotem before eduru bless ye so ntokwa no obi na ba be kuma ye enyo obi savior bi na be free ba bi 400 years aba ya ansori an start am working now na say ye no crazy savior bi ba na so betena ho am yesisi wa twen say 400 years no be ba edie Kwasi ya na o si ye kire na de wo soro a ohunu memeti obeka kire say 400 years time savior bi be ba adasem eye no kure say enye no kure I don't care o wa care isi say edie na metuma ya chain na so me kon na so me nsa no me ye free ho enye 400 years ase na me twen ya kire wade wosoro o wade na ekwe wuhu woso mi hui oh ade na ekwe oh enam ho wuhu Christopher ho te sen oh ade nam ho ayekosoro hosoro so wuhu wusi mi hui wajimi na ya because yan kan trust e kofa bra enti no problem ne sense of still a okase wuhu ne ya kire wo enunti no se obi ka se ade 400 years Yesu beba or a savior bi ba beje Africa for me I don't care because 400 years no na me body we ni asase so ha me hunu but say ya no me de kakra meye ama mahunu say no ese me nchiri me ba no so ba be home no ena ese me ye so what you say adentina bi before leaders no yentimu ngie ho na yema adie your friend is saying yama history keep repeating itself say Berlin conference ho no a omokoye ye no 18 hwan no betwitwa ansase no cheye no ese start be the same history na ba be in different form so what you say your president your hene ya woda no ni fear than hino Germany another Berlin conference ekoso Europe fo ahuni say Europe fo ahuni say adi China for say no omo anhwe ye a omo efa omo take Africa enu nti no eso omo fa kwan bia so na omo so gi omo twa omo cake level cake ni enyu akokan ya a enu nti say no oda prison no #free Oliver uwo nyansa wa hodon wo power oni abrofo nkoko enkohye table ase na ni cramps oni omo nkoko sa adie no eno na say adie Europe aye your president afra adie je say 7 adie European adie African countries in yefre omo West Africa for Nigeria na adie for me other countries yefre omo say omo na call adie first batch amo akwaji omo 20 billion whatever euro me read the article no but ohunu omo say omo de ma aboa build road to nasifo ebeko up to over 170 billion euro omo de bebo Africans ya can say to say aid no what's the exchange of it eno o kwa kotena se omo kotena se sinsan 70 years na obibini wona na mo hyase obi sore na se yenyina ya anye wane ya kase no we ye mpene na ye the sanctions ato sa country ni so no more bede na other African countries no 53 or whatever no rest of it ho na ye hwe obibini eno no ane ho o power o de chi wa ho nipa tum because ye kase we ya ekwenye abrofo isisi yen ono oni abrofo no be ye wanti yenchiche amwa ye chiche na onana muso onana mo bia sese nipa bu ne beti masifo ani beti nti onana bi nti meye president mewie ngu na mo eba ho nti chichigum na no yeto ho na adie Kofi TV koye president Kofo interview okoye president Kofo interview no president Kofo ka se kwa Nkrumah no wo chichi ubie wano a wachiw enti no na enye but ye na ekosui so what you say kwa Nkrumah de na mo bombu ni nyina anya na ye de yeti idea ye friend say memeti me fie ha ya maso camera me ka madwini ya kire ni pasa se ni ye ya ye ho beto ye no eno so ba bechi ye ka musisi so what you say can e wo ho te say michi e before you were long way to go e say na yeti ho ye wo idea ye say wo fertile land yeti ho enso so the biggest the banana farm wo adie wiase ha ewo Ghana oni nipa wonu sa adie sa banana farm no France obibini France fo ne onu ho na mo adie no wa ma France onu aye nto banana so what you say na yesi ye create employment na ya fa nipa kakra bi na wa wunua so what you say ankreton ana anchuke actually me say sana ye other way run uncle ton no you good but sana aja omo kan me yate obe push so what you say uncle ton baba be ka actually brodi ni say oh no we mu twia ne kase na utwia ne kase we utwia ne kase ebeso no o ma wa ohunwe unwia kura ma untwia ne kayie entwia nipa na ye adwuma ho no kayie na ya sesa ne de aba beton no kurum se ye nyina ye wana the whole African ye wana anka ye hia no se yes ye land edema adie kwasi brodi no baba ba ye adie friend sen obaba ba ye kuya wo ho ato afa ye banana free cheap anka ye betuma di ye hu dwa na kwasi broni abeto na boden enso mo hwe ye betuma didi ye hu dwa ama kwasi broni adie ye to ye machines ye to ye gold to everything ye de ama kwasi broni ato ama African ma ho ato mo ama ye ho beto ye nte say adie bra na Gaddafi wo Libya uputu ka o de akọ petrol station gas station akobu gas o ya branti o nyine ya a o ware ya o say edan ni o no o de apartment no yire nkọkire mo bra anka bibisa na anka Africa ye ho beto yen enso so slave house slave also wo makwan they say house slave akọhye table na say ye de crumbs kakra ma no waje oba na akoka ho asem abuoi ene ye de to ho before sa democracy need to go democracy need to go emwaye kwasibro ni di eba emebo aye na emwaye so that say religion duru bra esemoma ne ko na ye pe long term system ebebo aye ye yi corruption ni firi ho na ehu ni say wo ma onana mo ba ebia oba wo de wachira do oba bia kosuku nti ono bedi hu ni so bedi yie na onana mo so unim ha wa ni bibia beba be call so mo before na ye nhyehyɛ pato ho ma obia leaders no aduru brese mo yesa na mo gya sa wickedness na mo bo abibifo no na eno mfa ye nkosi ba bia and on top of that ayejimi eti ye ni monyam so uti ukuro wo asase nso se kwasi broni na aba fa asase no afa wa wo hu nipa oma am ye afu na ma no no wo wa teki wa fa emfaso nyansa be ne wo sa de we nyansa be ne wo bibifo wo ye wa utimu nya be create bia no kwasi broni nsa anhyase a enye enti ye hunu nyansa enti dia na stop leaders ni se ye be African Union no e be koso aye one na yetimaje ye ho afiri sankrofo winsam na wo ha na ya frem ne ya mamusika kakra na mo age na mo sandiri mfie ne wo ho seze ye to ho no ade airport to Turkish for na asom eno ma ha ma penso no de ma wo mo ena meka so mo nyina ye pe mo ka mo de mo so ebi mo okay siremfo ye ne mo ani ne yie nti ya masiremfo mla ena ma oye better wonye hwe sa ade na mo ye because oba ni days are numbered enti no so oye ni obaya ni oje no ni sanya onu na oba bebe 4 years oje okọ sadie bi na beba ebepie mu na adie epie mu a wansan di ne ntama ne time so a onyam twobo nti no whatever day obesan ntem na waje ni obeje no wako enti amoye mu yafanto so what you say na yampa system a ebebo yen so first China for who sa system democracy almost no we not buying with this eno mu cho mo ti koma wo mo ene mo hwe ne China ai enti na still ai de enti mu la ni we omo ko sinsansa di we age sa sika we echina me nana bi ba eba na o se wo mpene a ya the sanctions ya to so other African country no di oni omo share borders ne don ke umbe di ada home na African adi Ghana mebere ya Nigeria so ni bi na ebe sori a ya de beto so what ya say ene ya de to ho South Africa for any abri a omo kasa machina ni o kasa bi mra sa papa no kwari menene di na ya no ye mobo o kasa ni abrofin enso nko bebia machina o maye president no nso di ngina omo so omo plan omo plan ya to ho omo plan ya to omo de beto ni so obehu se afi di asase no o pere no obehu na ye de man wie ya ntumi nya hwe wo so bio because ye nye one before do bless here one so what you say Turkey for ye de ma wo no 15 years ni duru na se omunyanya wo musika omonsan to aso 15 years so what you say ye make a deal abeka se ni adwene I don't know so what you say bia me no mi no so ko ho asa na be ye de ya menim ye make deal abeka se ni adwene nje no se 15 years no na se ono ano wo ona yama ya we sign deal say 15 years we do nyante wo ka san for 15 years nka ho a uni obi a order te na 15 years ni dura obaka se o manya misika ntimo mefa no ena nyame bia so nkuno obibini fashe wadwene mu saa so what yesi oye o saa nyame bia nkuno nyame wa ma wadwene yusu wa nyusu a eye wa wasema e will cost you more than say wonya hwe dan say obekra ke wadwene dia ye bibi kame chiro ade bia wo wiase bia no we will pay for it whatever what make a decision nyiro ho mobra pa it will cost you sa and all you ho so a e we cost you effect wo ho enti no you choose ni a ope na me de bia meka ehia eye bone utina ho masika dure ne dry wo ho a eye bone that means you're not making any effort to help humanity. That's why adwene na dia ma wo no eye dan ya life no e bitu sesen ya one day so utim waking up o wake up still we betima make kakra obenya wano aduane ti hia buruboy no hwehwe obrem. So what you say your friend is saying how boy so no ya di ama China for me to chemo ya di ama China for 30 years eduru ho no omonti omuka omonya dan omonsan for binkam te another 30 years nkam na me ni China ni a me ba be kan say adie your friend is saying adie manya misika ntimo mefa hwe before emrantie me na me kan kire mu no mun sori o mu me nsori. So what you say o to ha unya okuroma nka beba minya me kuroma beba. So what you say so no oba na se udi bosume mienu na wa anko a obebo bosia. So what you say enti no o kasa na wa yidin adwuma bia ni ho a oba be wa hwe yodu sika so ba oba ni beti no sika ni nyina fransisem eno enti no eduru bre bia na o kasa na o hwe a koba ansa ni wo hunu ni apese wo ye pa ansa wo be kwa wako edi entira kuro a wutima edi kuro no mu no yesi eja tog edi ye friend say central market o eja to ho a wa utinya wapata behye no aban ne mu obi odebo insurance bia no ho ekoba o fi ni bibia anya dmo kuro no mu bibifo papers sika ye papers obi krom di otubutwa. So what you say otwa a percentage ade interest ye de ma no ye kitwa bi ba wo de wo krom no de wuntimi just ye ma allow na ya send the interest akese ai den ato so why abra nwia ni nyina so ye krom na ade efifire why before be mu ye misa question. So what you say emra bi wo ho a emmoa yen emmoa yen a ye kan ye ho bo ma beboa yen dodo ebeboa ye dan say ube gina ho baako aduru bra as African leaders no almost starting no mu yusu adwene no na ye ntimo metena ho ngeji o mo so saa na aduru bra ordinary temamufo no especially mrantia ne meba awa no mo starting no mu yusu adwene no mu gya asem so nkrofo we mo so no. So what you say na omo hu se ye ni abere no ye hu kwan ye befa so ye de saadi we beko na adie ni ye be wu na burochire de o ye different chance ye ntwemi nwa be ma ho tese me hu wache o ye different ye wu Ghana different Ghana ho no bia de sika bia de beko Ghana ho bia be yiran sisem aban ni sika tax nyina yiran sisem sika ne na eko because obibini epeni ne ya because ministers no muti ho ni nyina no pemfo ni nyina no nim se omo tam omo days no anambe enti nanso omo be kontu omfa ho eso wo nya penny obedi because we ni se kuro no munye. So what you see kuro no mu ya anka adie ya tiawa yesi wo ye do be ko Ghana ye be ma ya bo wa ko Ghana ono we ni se ni kuro na wo chechire na wo leader na ono no kuro no ono we ni se nye ye kaso amayenka. So what you say before ye ni more than ye betima ye more than this ade aka sese ni se nkambo mu ye be ye nkambo mu ye be support each other before eno ene yedi beduru baby wa ba no like no so wa share man eno ene yedi beduru baby before enya sa ye betena ho se ya mankrofo asisi ye ya omu nkrofo ye kakra bi o enso mu sisi ye misramo mo mayen start ni en weekend ye gya sa anjeje so no na bo no aduru bless ye jai na yehu ne yehu se ye betima ye na nsia mechiaw asia o se bisa nsia mechiaw before mo mayen kwete sa ade we se na aja memfa masem nsia ansi na ye de kwa anu no so what you say.
You raise a very important point. Kwame Nkrumah was very keen on building what he called the United States of Africa, which Gaddafi was also talking about. There was a big debate in 1963 at the OAU formation between Nyerere and Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah was saying, ladies and gentlemen, let us not get too comfortable in our little states. Let's quickly move to the United States of Africa. Because when you become too comfortable in your nation state, you don't want to relinquish your position as president. Nyerere was saying, no, let's do it brick by brick. We move slowly, gradually to integration. We build a SADC type institution, we build ECOWAS, we build Maghreb, and then eventually we have the United States of Africa through gradualism. But that was a problem because that's what they decided to do. Kwame lost in that debate. And so they went the route of gradualism. Now here's the problem. When we are successful as the African Union, when you have the United States of Africa, there'll be one president in the whole continent. Now, tell those African leaders. There will be no president in Malawi. There will be no president in Zimbabwe. There will be no president in South Africa. Maybe the guy will be from Cameroon. Cyril Ramaphosa will be Minister of Tourism for Africa. Is he ready? Emerson Mnangagwa will be Minister of Chiefs for Africa. Is he ready? Mutharika will be a chief. So the African leader is the stumbling block. They want to be president of starving people. America has 300 million people and a GDP of $19 trillion. They have one president. They're doing just fine. China, $11 trillion. Population, 1.2 billion people, one president. And they're doing just fine. So it's possible for this whole continent to be run by one cabinet with one president. But the current leaders, little Botswana, little South Africa, are not ready. So they talk regional integration, they don't action it. So Nkrumah was right, Gaddafi was right.
Before, na no. Mercy buache wo ho te se meche o. Na no so what you say? Se enunti se be ya ye begya ye ho ato ho nti no, ye ntimi etumidie ye dan bibifo tumidie ye dan nti ye betena ho ama abrofo sisi yen. Ene ye de to. So what you say? Enunti ene ye de to aduru bra bibifo timamofo ne so musore. Adi empanfo no omo adi bia ye. Momo nkoda. Omo adi bia eye. Omo adi bia ye bibifo momo nkoda. So what you say? Momo nkoda. Na yen start again, yen start afresh. Ye here say democracy need to go. Ankwa ye hunto yen. So what you say? Say ankwa ye nye one. Omo say adie na sisi so no. E na omo ye. We are almost the rule of law for Kosibroni. Enye adie enye bibifo. Emwayen I to say me ko ezie. Ghana London SZ. Nipa na ye adwuma adie eye adwuma papa wo kurom ho. Ewo asori no mu no. I think so only nurse 2 nurses bi. And one guy bi ano no so ye adwuma bank it no ye accountant or whatever. I don't know. Omo ya ka nyina cleaners ne factory workers no order. But ye na ye twia adie ntutuso dudu no. Ye na ye twia kese afibia ye nya award. Omo ti omukro mo ye nnwuma pa no omo ntwia enye ntimo yen ya hoho ne nya award ye se yakoto asondan na ye de omo ye se omo guarantee ya ade head office se omo guarantee ya omo twere koma bank ne se ade omo ho ni nyina most ye illegal migrants enti no mo ntimo grant ye ka se na one woman bi sori e no se ne ye mfa ye tight nko bi ye be keep ye ntutu so dudu sofo no a omo yi na oda ya no oso no nto enhyehyɛ pa ene hia ye won hyehyɛ pa wa sori no mu eno a bi na kufu adoka rule of law ladies and gentlemen no other stuff no because rule of law no e cover omo na cover mo nya wo ordinary citizen enhyehyɛ pa no e cover sofo no yemfa mra jeje ntutu osudu no bra na yemfa bi na wanya bi ye bi atua ne ka enti won hwɛ sɛ wo kipu no wo ho so what you say before mra no mo ya e cover only few people not the rest of it na ha ne de omotima ya nya sika omo no nye too greedy omo dwene far ahead 20 years no bibi ne dwene kina 20 years 50 years ahead no na obibini ye minister ho dwene say obenya 11 no de akwaje bosia enu nti ne ye bre no wo de say o financial nye o income enya so what you say eduru bre bi na say bia o income start mess up na say nya enya bosia na ye solution say o income ekofoma enya bosia na ye solution ade ye solution so obete o spending so what you say na watima balance any income no until say niema besia ye yie na wasia move na nya say wo income nya na wakwaje bosia ene na put yourself deep down the hole because bosia na wakwaje no ubetwa back income no so nye ntia before eno na see leaders ne ye no kwan bia on befa so benya sika adie kwan na makwaje bosia ti bosia onim say ono no ontena ho 8 years ne time so okọ enti won care wa obeba no wa wasem enti na me sometimes no aya na Abdul ho te sen enti na sometimes no aya na me no menti ebimuase no enti na me menti youth na sesese no mo support adie me no maye din adie ye friend say me support Mahama ne other party bia no mo nyina the same enti no se oba no a wo be hu bida be hu se ne Ghana for city so ode na koma pa na ye adwuma no fringin wanwi ahwe ya atema Ghana for didi no meme no nka men step biem wo ba ye dem 4 years dia na betima ye enu nti na ebra na abrofo na nim se obia no ho a obetimi de 4 years abe face economy enu nti no wo ba 4 years no enso no within abeye 1.5 years no osun betena se ya prepare for a year campaign enu nti no prepare for campaign all money ni order obe prepare no eye waste so nti no short time no dia na de beye any sika ye bese no for campaign every campaign moye ye ni sika for that ye hia say ye beye se Kwame Nkrumah de ni bi na omo ti so no asoso mpa Kwame Nkrumah asem omu chiri Kwame Nkrumah to the point say abaka so obi ne kura abaka so wakọ ware oba bi na okanfo ni kunu adie ni kunu dada bi awawu chire wana o yiri bi okanfo ni yiri dada bi awawu na o mini ya kum eno na ekoso sesei no enti ya ni ya kanfo Kwame Nkrumah no omu chiri kura omu papa mu ni omu nana mu heti Kwame Nkrumah eno nti no omu eno mbe dada enti Ghana ho ne ni oti Ghana oso won pehwi nsua no ni abrofo no beka ya gimisem na omu de hyehyɛ omu papa mu gine mu no omu di ko suku ho so no na ye de akolecture wo mu enti no no wote ho a ofisi se wako suku awie nso ofisi se Kwame Nkrumah me yehwe before you have a long way to go na a simple thing see you be one na ansa na no a ye betena ho ma leaders na ye one you get rid of these leaders na ya ebema ya yetimi abomu fast ya mpa democracy mu mane nkoda ahensem nkoda williginsem ye den enkoda ni nyina boye ka ewo ho oli adie dodo na ba akopɛ na edie dodo asɔre ma bebre sɔfo nko na edi correction ne title ne ma before aduru breast you get rid of all this thing ewiase no you live with them adwene no mu adwene no wo be ye a wa wo decision you be make o to her make it good decision na go for it that's it decision bi wo ho na wo make na hu ni say we say no uni fa wadwene ko akire na hu sa de we ya me ye yi e de nsunsanso na de bebre me so what you say na go for it o tena ho din na ma o life so happen anyhow so a e be ye anyhow ama nyanya me bi na e be ye ni ye ama before o to listen to yourself your gut you listen to yourself ade bi enko yi a sisa adwene bi ba wadwene mu ani bire bi ba bisa wa what dey na mani bire sa ade why go deep to yourself who benya answer na you free mu na move on before na ye dey call democracy moye mo me fanto ne oba na mose mo so no so no a oba no obeye the same embra na da ho no oba be fa so ontimu nsesa no mess na we mo ade agu ho no ono de ade ma 15 years no akufo ado bontin tache we so de ama 30 years osan ba bie ma ontimu ntache no kone saa ti de no oba be ya different yet ho taxes ya jejin kakra nyina kuma si dwo ho ne mahama sima adie na asante fo no wo ho asante hene so ne si ye mahama so ne si ye no edwam ho omo sanitation omo ade sanitation omo sanji cleaning so tax adie tax sanitation tax uko toilet no omo si wo inside ho no uko dwonso ba ku bi a obetua so what you say anka no kura se sika no omo jeje no ese tumu clean ho enso so omo sanji we nyina so fia ye ho ma ote ho a ote pampan di pampan bi a ahwa unim a efri gata no yete ho na odi wunua bone odi wa ho bone enso so se tax na yegigi wo kuro mu ho ni nyina no enye kuro a ya hihye se akura bi enya accident bi so wakwa akowo na ne ho kire na oba onyine no wawo na oni adwuma ye mani sika support no ko so hwe ama ne ba nyine no akopa adwuma sa sika nhihye sa bi eni ho enye se panyini idea anyine wa return ye mani sika didi ko so bewu bini ho ye spend ye sika wo sa ne ma no so ye sika nso ye da bi ye sika nso ye oman na ehwe omo ho enso so ye sika nso ye na president timu hu ni so no offer private jet a ne bo oden before ye wicked ukwa kan ye se me enka ye wicked abrantie uti Ghana na osuru na so nkasa kura na fashe wadwunu mu se ne ye kono moye mo me mfanto sa sister na wo ho no moye ubadwene o sperm na egu waya ase na hu de a ene reset wadwene na hu se o ma na ade o mo beba no o mo bebere Ghana ho abrantie bi anyina obre so what you say ma ebre enti ma ni mama da anyhow oba ye brebre no konya ba ma a otimbo ne ho modin a odi ne problem nyina ne na busua nyina ne odi na busua nyina ebeto so bi ye bre moma ye start ne nkasa na kroni ya obi abede ne ho oba betuma twusu ba manse na oba ne ba ma beda no no wo hu ni se me penansa enye se abra oji na ni na duru middle of anigye no na afi na oba ma ba ma be promise akese o na akazi na we no so be oba ya ma me promise me ansa because oba ma so duru ho nje so promise na afi ye de hanti oba kura enjoy sex abusuafo mo me mfanto ho emwa yen so what you say me di mu si he ya obo ade ne nkan bia ho me do bibia oba ba be enya adaje betie mi ase mesere mo nhye na mo like mame mo me en reset ya dwene so what you say na ye mfanko Africa ye deserve better ye ni ate ye nipa bia ye ni ate so what you say bibia for Africa so what you say adie black is beauty na baby abibirem ho no abibifo abibirem ho no ho na bibia wo abibirem abibifo si yetumu ye wa na ye wie kwasi broni beba bebeg ye mumia start ni enwekin mumia nsore so what you say na ye enwekin ye betuma sen ye biem oba de ne ye enka obi ye ho mchie obi aboma ba me da mo asene mo support